Hi friends, welcome to a new day, with a new video. Today, I am going to make detailed video of India for you, but before starting the video I request all of you to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon, so that all the new videos come to you on time friends, which is the second largest country in the world in terms of population. And in this respect, the right of the world's largest republic is also obtained by this country. In this country, more than 1 billion people speak more than 100 languages, but despite this country is the victim of poverty, corruption, food and health issues. And it can be assumed that only 3% of the people in this country pay taxes. There are more than 300,000 mosques in this country, which are more than any Islamic country. We will provide you with the complete details of the country's history, rates, population and freedom along with the amazing and interesting places of this country. India's full name is Jamhuriya Bharat. India is known in Urdu as Hindustan because it has a Hindu majority in India and India in English. In the east of India, Bangladesh and Myanmar, Bhutan in the north, China and Nepal, while Pakistan is in the west. India's capital and ancient city is New Delhi, which was the capital of the kings 1,000 years ago. India's capital was the capital of the Indian Empire. India's capital can be estimated to be the old city of New Delhi from the buildings built in it, which are present here in large numbers, in which the Red Fort of Delhi is Jammu Mosque and Qutb-ud-Din is built by Qutb Minar, Sari Fairist. India's capital, New Delhi, has a total of 1,484 kilometers, which includes 2,499,998 people. But Mumbai is the largest city in India. If we want to know the history of India, then the first permanent inhabitants of this region came into existence 9,000 years ago. And then these inhabitants developed and gave birth to the Sintosh culture. This culture was in its infancy from the 26th century BC to the 19th century BC and was part of the largest cultures of this time. But even in this time, it was never called by the name of Hind, but by the name of Sind. Bari Sajar remained a part of Sind and Hind for a long time. And then in the 7th century, the Arabs attacked Sind and captured the western Bari Sajar area. Many people here had already accepted Islam before this attack. But then after the Arabs took control, the local people quickly accepted Islam. Then in the 13th century, the Turks attacked India and captured northern India. In the 16th century, the Mughals attacked India and gradually became the rulers of all of India. Before the Mughals' attack, the majority of the local people in India were Muslims. But then in the 19th century, the British subdued the Mughals and became the rulers of India. Then after the betrayal of 1857, the crown of the government here went to the British. And then the fear of something happened that after 1876, the British king also got the position of King of India. Then to control the country, the British rulers used their divide and rule policy, that is, the policy of division and rule, and the British population was cheap, while the local population was expensive and began to harm the local army. And in the same way, money from India went to the British. India's freedom movement was most strongly against the generation-based and consistent trade policy, and by running a mostly non-violent movement against the British state, in the leadership of Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Patel, Abul Kalam Azad, in the leadership of Bal Gangadhar Tilak and Subhash Chandra Bose, India gained freedom from the British in 1947. And then, after the division of India, new countries, Pakistan and India, came into existence. Speaking of relations, the relations between Pakistan and all other countries are quite bad. But India's neighboring countries have a close relationship with Pakistan since the beginning, which has become the reason for the wars between these two countries 3 times. The conflict between Kashmir was the reason for these wars, which could not be agreed upon until today. Speaking of interesting facts, the Jail cricket ground in India is an example of its own, which is located at an altitude of approximately 2,444 meters above the ground. In addition, Kanchenjunga, which is the third largest mountain in the world, which is 8,586 meters high, is present in India, which is India's highest, while Nepal's second highest mountain. There is also a gold-built temple in India. In this temple, 100,000 people are provided free food. India is the third largest country in the world, in which wide roads have been laid. Whereas, in the case of the railway network, it is considered the second largest country in the world. In addition, Taj Mahal is a famous destination and a popular tourist destination, which attracts tourists to its side. 70% of the spices in the world come from India. Snakes are still considered as gods in India, and their balance is made of milk. In addition, the second largest airport in the world is also located in the city of New Delhi. Speaking of trains and population, India has a total of 29 states, while India has a total of 263 square kilometers. And this is the 7th largest country in the world in terms of trains. In addition, India's 9.6% share of water is also included, while India is the second largest country in the world in terms of population. If the population of the world is divided into 6 parts, then one part of these 6 parts will be decided for the population of India. India's total population is 133,991,80,127 people. But some experts say that India will become the largest country in the world in 2025 in terms of population. There are more than 1,000 ethnic groups in India who speak more than 1,000 languages. But India has 2 important government languages, which include English and Hindi. In addition, Gujarati, Tamil, Bengali, Hindustani, Marathi, Malayalam, Punjabi, Sanskrit, Sindhi, and Urdu are spoken in a government way. In India, the tensions of religious rules and actions are found on a large scale. According to the 42nd law in the 1976 Constitution, India is a non-religious state. And all this means that in the state of India, religious attitudes will be adopted with all the people of all religions. According to the number of people in India in 2011, the total population is approximately 85.8% Hindu, while 14.2% Muslim. In addition, the remaining 6% belong to other religions such as Christian, Sikh, and Chinese people. In terms of games, the old games that are not available all over the world are still famous in India and are played, in which Kabaddi, Kho-Kho, Pahalwani, and Gilli Danda are included. Shatranj is generally considered to be a game created in India, which is now famous all over the world. Apart from this, hockey is considered to be the national game of India. If we talk about the defense system, with approximately 1.3 million headstrong soldiers, the Indian Army is the 3rd largest military force in the world. And India's president is called the Supreme Commander of the Indian Armed Forces. If we talk about India's economy, for the time being, India's economy is the 7th largest in terms of GDP and the 3rd largest in the world in terms of purchasing forces. The economic situation of 1991 has brought India to the world's fastest growing economies, and it is about to reach the level of an industrial country. Nevertheless, despite this country is the prey of poverty, corruption, food and health problems. In this country, the unemployment rate was 4% in 2014, which continued to increase until 2017. This country has made a lot of progress in the economy from 2017 to 2018, and in 2014, India's total GDP was $3.258.106906. But since 2018, the total GDP of this country has increased by 8.2%. To highlight the educational system, the minimum age of compulsory education in India is 6 years, and the maximum age of compulsory education is 14 years. Whereas in India, the minimum age of marriage is 18 years to 21 years. In addition, the average age of Indian population is 68 years. India's national animal is Bengal tiger, Indian peafowl, Nymphaean lumbo, and the national fruit is mango. The name of India's current president is Ramnath Kovind, and the name of India's current minister is Narendra Modi. According to Bharatwakt, half an hour ahead of Pakistan, India's currency is called Indian rupee, and India's 1 rupee is equal to Pakistani 2.5 rupees. So friends, this was our video today. We hope you liked our video. If you like it and share it with your friends. Subscribe to our channel. If this video gets 5,000 likes, we will also present part 2 of this video in your service. We will meet you in the next video. Till then, goodbye. Thanks for watching.